we good. All right, Cretans. Hello. Good evening. Welcome back. Skunkworks Projects presents the Car Guys Be Like podcast. Hold on, man. Let me move my script over here. We actually got a script today, gang. Life is good. I was actually productive. I limited my drinking a little. So here we are. And I did not cuss in the first 15 minutes. Or 15 seconds, whatever. So yeah, man, welcome back. If y'all joined us for the Jeep episode and last month, yeah, we talked about a lot. We might have a little spin-off action with our Jeep boys. We're trying to coordinate stuff, and yeah, it was a good time. Gladdy Daddies, we know y'all exist, y'all out there. Shout out to y'all. I saw a couple during this week. During my normal commute, but I gave them a thumbs up. They just looked at me like I was crazy because I didn't have a Jeep, but it is what it is. So yeah, man, our monthly, weekly, however often we're recording these shout outs. Unfortunately, Corey is under the weather. He could not join us today. There may be a rendezvous with his girlfriend. If y'all tuned into the Car Wives Be Like episode, he may be doing that. But shout out to Corey, man. Hope you feel better, bro. We'll see you soon. D, where you at? Wait, come on through, buddy. Give us a ring. And can't wait to see you. And Henry, you're always dead to us, but you're in our hearts and always in the group chat. So yeah, man, y'all know what it is. It's your host, Chad B. We're back again doing it for episode 8, man. That was equally a terrible Star Wars movie, for all you Star Wars aficionados out there. But yeah, man, so we'll do social handles at the end, and all that good stuff. But yeah, man. So we got the neighborhood Sancho over here, and special guest today for our episode, Ty Maggard. Y'all want to say what's up, boys? Say what's up to everybody out there in TV land, podcast land.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, welcome back. Well, Ty, welcome, man. We glad to have you, man.
Glad to be here, man. This is pretty cool.
Yeah. We trying to do a little something on the podcast land. People say I have a radio voice. I don't believe it, but whatever. Oh, there goes Rhea.
Right on cue.
Shout out to Rhea. Rhea's joined us for the podcast. So we got an optional guest. She may give feedback on something. I don't know. She hasn't
supervising.
I definitely have a supervisor. So yeah, man. Well, yeah, we'll do Ty. Actually, question, man. Do you have a fun fact you want to tell the people about yourself before we get into everything?
Oh man, a fun fact I want to give about myself. Well, besides being good looking and having good taste in music,
let's go.
I've actually been a musician my entire life. Not a lot of people know that.
All right.
So I can play a few different instruments. I could write music.
Okay.
So one of my hidden talents. So when I'm drunk, I can bust that one out.
So when do we start watching you perform with Dirtbags on the weekend?
That's it, man. Hey,
I've been asked to do that before, and you will never catch me doing it.
Hell yeah. That's it. Ty gonna be on that next Lil Mabu feature. I actually found out about Lil Mabu over the past week.
God.
I was like shocked and just shock and awe about like what's going on with like, I don't know, with these kids. I'm sounding like a boomer or
children.
But yeah, these kids. But yeah, shout out to you, Lil Mabu and the Mabu gang. Yep. Raya. All right. Yeah, it is what it is. I may or may not edit it out. But all right, man. So we gonna get to the thing. Do the dang thing, and the kids is wilding. Other kids wilding. This might be the hands down the best podcast episode. Say what's up real quick, Shy, before we get into it, bro. All right, cool. All right, you're gonna hang out for a bit.
Good enough.
Yeah, good enough. Good enough for government work, as they say. So yeah, man, we'll get to the meat and potatoes of the episode. So this week we talking about car meets, man. So fun fact about Ty. Ty is actually like the event coordinator for car meets. So we brought him on the show to kind of give us some insight on the ins and outs of, the car meet scene, car meet culture. Where's it coming from? What's it looking like now? You know, good funny stories. So yeah, man. So Ty, man, we gonna just grill you, bro. We gonna get
Cool.
into it real quick and just ask you some stuff, man. So
Awesome.
well, first of all, how long you been doing it, man? Kind of give us a little background on you know, how you got into it and all that good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So first and foremost, I just want to thank you guys for having me on here. This is the fourth podcast I've done in the last couple of years, and it's always a big honor to be a part of something,
Hell
right?
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, everyone has a particular kind of audience, and it's really cool diversifying, right? Car meets, man, organizing car meets, events, things like that. I'll take you back to 2019, so not too long ago. I was a crisp 21 years old, and I've been in the automotive community my entire life, and just like you guys have been, right? So, like when we were growing up back in the early 2000s, there was a particular kind of scene, you know, whether you were at the drag strip or you were, you know, an audio guy or just a stance car show kind of guy. There was always a particular scene, right? 2019 rolls around, and man, I'll tell you, like locally in Fayetteville, the car scene was just not there, right? And it doesn't quite make sense because when I look at military installations, I'm like, dude, we have all these people from all over. We should have a banging ass car scene.
Yeah.
So I go on one of those little Facebook pages. You know, people know who I am, kind of, sort of. You know, I've done a lot for the community, like in other things. And I posted up. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have a little car meet at this cookout on Ramsey Street. You know, if you guys want to come hang out, whatever. And it was raining. It was a Friday night. Yeah, I expect no one to show up. And like 10, 15 dudes show up. They're mostly all my homies, you know, so it's nothing crazy. And this is like March, April timeframe. So that's when car stuff's coming back. Everyone's projects are out of their shops or their garages for the wintertime. I was like, man, I just had a good time. I was like, man, this was good. You know, we only had 15 dudes, but it's not about the numbers, right?
Yeah.
And there were a couple, you know, automotive meets going on, you know, at local Sonics, and we had One Cars and Coffee. They were like, okay, but it wasn't attracting new people, new audiences, you know, it wasn't bringing more people out. So the next weekend, I go back to Cookout, and I have like 30 people. And then to spice it up a little bit, we're bored. We're just standing around, you know, we're not going to Mexico. We're not doing anything crazy. I'm like, hey, why don't we just have a little rock, paper, scissors tournament, you know? So we throw down rock, paper, scissors tournament, give a little bracket, winner makes $100, whatever.
Hell yeah.
These dudes had the most fun. They put it all over Facebook, right?
Yeah.
So then everyone's commenting, sending me messages. Hey, dude, when are you doing this again? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, I'll do it next weekend. So I go out there again the next weekend, and cops are chilling. No one's pressing me. No local security guards. Everyone's like, hey, as long as you keep it calm, you're good. Bro, like 150 people show up. And I was like, I go out there. I'm like, okay,
all
right. I'm like, that's not bad. And everyone's like, where's Ty? Where's Ty? They're asking for me. At this point, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm famous. You know, I was like, I'm the guy. So from that moment going forward, I limit it to once a month. I started doing these car meets at a cookout, and the entire parking lot could fit like, I don't know, freaking 1,000 people if it wanted, right? That's just how big it was. And I was like, you know, these car meets kind of low key started getting out of hand. Not necessarily with trouble or anything like that, but this parking lot was filled. People are, you know, leaving to go to Mexico. There's trucks and trailers pulling up with cars getting pulled off trailers. Mind you, I'm 21 years old. I know nothing about organizing these things. And just from my pure car scene knowledge, and I'm like, dude, I have to do something massive, because now we're getting people from Raleigh, Charlotte, Columbia, South Carolina, Wilmington, and everyone's telling me how much they're loving it, whatever. And my buddy Shane, he was kind of helping me put these things together, because he would make my little flyers and things like that. And you know, at the time, I didn't have a whole lot of responsibilities or things going on in life, so I was like, I just dedicated my time to it. So come that June, I do what's called Fayetteville Summerfest in 2019. And I had been racing at the track for a very long time. Like I've always been into drag racing, built a couple cars to race, things like that. I talked to the track, the people that are leasing it. I'm like, hey man, like I want to do this event. You know, these meets are getting massive. I'm starting to get big notoriety. You know, and of course, when you do things like that, you get a couple bad apples out of the bunch. You know, you get the squatty potty, squatted truck guys. You get dummies who want to, you know, spin the block in the parking lot, things like that. But the good thing was all of those people that had enjoyed my car meet so much would police those people and be like, hey, dude, you know, cut it out. You're going to ruin it for us. Because, right, it's everyone's coming together. So I do this this event called Fayetteville Summerfest. I talk to the track people, set it up. I do a pre-meet the night before. Bro, we had people come from all over the East Coast. Farthest guy came from like upper part of New York. This parking lot is filled. I mean, it's just incredible. And I still have videos and pictures of this day. So I do this event the next day. The kicker was I made the entry free, like 100% free. And they're like, hey, you need to make up for all this entry with like food trucks or whatever. And I was like, cool, no problem. I got it. Bro, we had 7,000 people.
Whoa.
At this
I
event.
didn't realize it got that big.
On the clicker, 7,000 people throughout the whole day, which means it's probably over that by a decent amount. That event right there sent me to the moon with like credibility for car meets events. And I started getting asked to go to Charlotte, help them set up events, go to Raleigh, go to Wilmington. Now, mind you, I'm just a broke-ass 21-year-old guy, so I had to figure out a way to monetize this because if I'm going to be doing these events, you know, I need to figure out how to do this. So, you know, we keep doing these cookout meets, stuff like that. I've been in the automotive detailing and paint protection scene since I was a kid. But I took it professionally when I was younger, and I started a business, which I still have 5 years later, called Royalty Auto Spa. So we do PPF, window tint coatings, things like that.
Nice.
I was able to open my business, take my clientele from the car scene, and I use that money not only for the business, but for my automotive events as well, to like really put it back into the community.
Very cool.
So my biggest thing was building good relationships with those businesses where we would host these car meets, right? So, you know, eventually those cookout meets got shut down because just people don't realize how much it costs to repave an entire parking lot or even seal it. You know, to just seal asphalt's 30, 40 grand. And people are just being dumb. So those got shut down. And I kind of bounced around for a little bit, but the track opened their doors for me. And they're like, hey man, you can do events here, you know, once a month, let's plan it out. I'm like, all right, cool. So just how I wrote a business plan for my real business, I did the same thing for car meets. And I got other people involved. There was just one particular car club I'd work with because they were very well organized. Shout out Phantom Nation, my boy Joel. That's my dude. He was really like helping me out a lot, set everything up. Same thing with my buddy Shane from prior to that. So I do Fayetteville Fall Fest, another event at the track. This time it was paid entry, still got like 5,500, 6,000 people, tons of racing. You're talking 1,000 horsepower cars running down the Fayetteville drag strip, which is not safe by any means. And there is, bro, at most drag strips, there's rocks or gravel or sand stopping you. Not because there's trees at the end of the
It's a tight squeeze. There's not much
bro.
turn off at the end of the track.
No, not at all.
Go.
So I do that, and then I go through some just like life-altering events after that, and then I do what's called Pack the Track. I do that in January. Goes well. It's a nighttime meet. We got one light. It's totally like underground racing style. Like there's one light shining. It's one of the ones that runs off the generator. So everywhere we go, we're rolling around. Dude, we do a massive burnout contest, low car limbo, all of that. And car meets were going great at the time. I think this is the car scene, just in general, this was its peak, I feel like, at the time. And then bam, COVID, right? Dude, COVID just messed everything up tremendously. And in that, you know, I took my business full time, and that became my number one priority. So, you know, we would do little things here and there, little meetups, cruises, driving by, kids' birthdays became popular then. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, I would just set stuff up like that, man. And now, basically 5 years later, I'm actually planning to do a Fayetteville Summerfest event in August,
Nice.
collaborating with those same people that I did it all the way back then with. And yeah, man, like car meets have just changed drastically, for the worse, honestly.
Okay.
Car meets have changed. The structure of the organization's nowhere near there. It's very few and far in between. You find people who can successfully do it. Those bad apples, COVID really like locking all those people up, man, just sent some people overboard.
That cabin fever went
down,
dude. Like for real.
It's car guys, look, dude, we love two-stepping or burnouts or doing some dumb stuff. That's just us in general, right? You don't buy your car to just watch it sit,
Right.
Yeah.
But that, people just, once they got around all their friends again and whatnot, something just flipped, switch just flipped and everything changed. And so like I backed off doing those events because of my business, but also because, man, I couldn't host anything successfully without it getting shut down.
Yeah.
I did New Year's, all that, and it was great.
I remember that. I was going to say the New Year's event you did. I remember from, and it was a massive event. Like I got there a little bit later, except you guys started at the mall, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Started at near the mall at Toys R Us.
And got moved to Kohl's. Oh no, okay. So it's Toys R Us and went to the mall.
Yes.
But I remember, like, just on the time it took me to get in the car from the house down to where you guys had just moved it to. Yep. It's like a 15-minute drive, if that, and people were already out of hand. Man, and I remember you even put in the Facebook group like why you had to move it because people were getting out of hand, and like stressing and reiterating, hey, stop doing like burnouts and things like that. Like it's like they were nice enough to give us a spot last second once you moved it.
Yeah.
And when I got there and it was calm for all of about 15 minutes and then.
Yep. Man. That quality control is very hard. Not only, it's not necessarily to do with an age thing, being that young doing it. It's more of a like people being responsible. Yeah. Because I had tons of people walking around doing what they could, but bro, if someone wants to go do something stupid, they're going to do it.
Yeah, they go, yeah, exactly.
And we went to the mall after leaving Target, and I would probably say 400 or 500 cars at that New Year's meet easily. And once those burnouts started, I just had to stand back and watch.
Yeah,
it was crazy because the police showed up and they just watched because they knew they were helpless. They just watched. Yeah, and at that moment when I saw that, I was like, fuck it. I was just like, you know what? Just if you're gonna do it, get it out of your system now, bro.
Go ahead, send it, bro.
That made for a great New Year's video. I tell you what.
It did. The video was
video was banging, dude.
You talk about the how it just got harder to police people over time, and then do you think that, or have you seen any correlation to that? Because I watch in the Facebook group, like the same way you started, like, hey, just posting up a meet at cookout. And then it slowly goes that way. It seems like not everybody who's starting with any car club ever, whether it's like Sonic or the Sheets off of
Sheets, Walmart.
Everyone started doing it, so it got a little more fractured in the car community. So there was less oversight, less unity in policing. Would you?
Yeah, I mean, so my thing is, all right. So I'll break it down on like a micro level, right? Like a lot of these car clubs that do these events, for one, they're not really that well put together. And it's not like the people just don't know how to correspond, coordinate, communicate, like they teach you in the Army, shoot, move, communicate, or you die, right? And so it's the same thing. It's like, bro, if you don't have a plan of action going forward, don't expect this to take to breathe, I used to roll with just 12, 13 of my boys, no car club, none of that. And that stigma, like I would say 95 to 99% of all car clubs are whack, dude. Like all of them. cringy, whack, unorganized, regular traffic ass cars. And that goes locally and everywhere else. And the people in the car scene themselves, they're pretty good people, but they have this weird like faction thing. It's just like, oh, you got to come to my club's meet or my club's. And like, bro, look, it's not my club anything. Just like have people come hang out. You're in a open parking lot, dude, with a bunch of people.
Good time, man.
And we're all here for the same reason. This was my thing. I'm about to blow y'all's minds because I guarantee y'all have never thought about it like this, right? What did COVID do? What did COVID really do, right? It separated people, bro.
Yeah.
Like more than ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I use car meets because that is one of the very few places you can have peoples of all races, ethnicities, nationalities, beliefs, all in one place for one common reason, and they all get together. Where else can you really do that? You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, you're not going to find it.
You can't. You're not going to find that.
So, I would get asked by these car clubs to help promote their meet, and I'm like, dude, it's not even. It's 5 o'clock on Tuesday, bro. Like, who's going to show up? Like, you need to think logically about this. Like, they just weren't taking the right approach. Fundamentally, they weren't wrong. They're just taking the wrong approach to it.
Mm-hmm.
And these warring factions like Afghani tribes, it's just like I was just like, dude, y'all are out of your fucking mind. Like, y'all are a bunch of kids, or you're really fucking old, trying to be cool.
Yeah.
And instead of just focusing on what matters most is the cars, bro. I don't give a shit what you drive, as long as you're cool and everybody can come and hang out. And let's say 2 clubs are beefing. Well, dude, you're losing 20, 30 cars that you could have at a meet.
Yep.
Over what? Because someone fucked someone's wife? So what? Like,
it's a military town. It's
a mill town.
Bro, look,
it's a mill town, dog. It's
like sharing is caring. All right. So
shout out to the Jodies out there, bro.
Shout out to all the specialists who married the strippers, dog.
Yeah.
I had one of those soldiers, man.
Oh man, God.
Oh yeah.
Nah, man. Nah, you're right though, man. Like that, we talked about this like a few episodes ago, kind of like car culture, and man, it's exactly like you said, bro. It's just like that's like one of the few things that can bring together just like a giant, like just diverse group of people for like one common cause. Aside from that Kendrick Drake beef, but
that part too.
That apparently a solid diss track will also bring together everybody.
Type shit.
Type shit, bro. Type shit. Man.
Well, man, I get on that Facebook group, and mainly, like, what's funny is my friends who are now way older, who don't come out to meets, they've all got families and whatever, are the main ones like trolling and talking shit on there. It's pretty entertaining, but at the same time,
think of who that sounds like.
Oh, dude. I'm just like, what does this come to though? Like, bro, we used to really be out here, being car guys, even if it is just once a month, like that is more attainable and manageable if you have a family. And the entire car culture has changed, man, between, the toxic parts of it coming out now, like takeovers and all that stuff, dude. It makes it really hard for people to do things the right way.
Yep.
It's crazy.
And a lot of people just don't want to be around that too. Like they like
man.
Oh yeah.
Like you want to go to a meet, but you don't want to deal with
as
I like to call them, those high APR activities.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, listen. As soon as a Mustang shows up, I'm probably gonna dip out because I already know what's gonna happen, bro. Like, shout out to you, Mustang boys.
Oh man.
Hey, Ty, didn't you used to have a Mustang?
Bro, I've been on all sides of the spectrum.
He really has.
I'm a Mustang guy at heart, low key.
Yeah.
I built my shit to drive and to race. I'm on my second Hellcat now. So
nice.
I automatically feel cool.
Hey, you are cool, man. You near and dear to one of my homeboys' hearts because he got at me one day and he's like, bro, you guys don't talk about no V8s on the podcast. I'm upset. Like, I'm like, bro, get on here because he's a big Mustang dude. I had that's how we became best friends because I had a Mustang coming out of high school. Shout out to you, Brown, for buying that Mustang. Dark arts, bro. But yeah, that's his whole thing, man. He loves Ford, dude. He's Ford till he dies.
Die
So
hard. Oh yeah.
That's Corey too. Corey's our Ford guy, and he
he is,
but,
man. But
so-
hell yeah, man. No, that exactly, man. It's just weird out here, boys. It's fucking weird. But
It sucks, dude. It
Yeah.
sucks so bad.
it'll, I always say it'll get better, and this too shall pass. These things like ebb and flow too, man. It's like, because thinking back, like when I was like PCS'd out to Japan, man, like we go to Daikoku Mall and like, bro, orderly, like no beef, like, people might kind of get in an argument or whatever, but nobody's doing like any wild shit. Police come, it's orderly, like for the dispersal, and then they, we go do our hood rat shit actually on the street. And yeah, man, like, that's what kind of got me like in the car meets, because before that, man, I didn't really go to like a lot of car meets and stuff. But like once I got out there, man, people were like, yeah, we gotta go to Daikoku Mall. I'm like, it's a mall, like what are we doing? And I get out there and it's just fucking, it's like everything you see on fucking Fast and Furious movies and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, dude? Yeah, that's where I loved it, like started to kind of get into it and stuff, man. And just community, like, and again, like everybody just kind of merging together, just be like, hey, we're here for that one common factor, bro. Like, and we disperse orderly, we go home, and we go do our hood red shit and hang out at the fucking 7-Eleven after that, dude. Like, no big deal. But yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead, bud.
I say you said something a minute ago, Ty, and I kind of want to pull back on it. And you said when it came to organizing those meets, you took the same approach you had with your business and starting your business plan, and applied that strategy to organizing car meets. So take us behind the scenes a little bit. Once you started, especially once you got into those kind of those bigger events where you're working with vendors for like food trucks, working with the track. And some of those things, like take us behind the scenes on like the actual prep that goes into that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. So when I after my first real event, people think like, oh, there's a ton of people, there's a ton of cars, it's successful. All right, well, it looks successful from the outside, but if you don't have infrastructure, organization, if you don't have a team with you, it's not really successful when you got people messing up the flow of traffic and this and that. Like, you have to be able to execute on all these key areas simultaneously, literally all at one time. Like, so, my business, there was growth involved that, I had to like structure it a certain way. So I was like, all right, I have to go from budget to marketing to this, to that, to this, to that. So I was in my college classes, man, I'll never forget. And I'm sitting there about to launch a Facebook ad on promoting these car meets, So between promotion, organization, the team, time schedule, like a real time schedule, a real itinerary, having all these things really made everything happen. And also not being a yes man. One thing I learned in doing these car events, man, like it's more towards car show people and drag racers, because I am a racing person myself. But if you say gates open at 7, test and tune starts at 8, and then 8:30, 8:45, or 9 o'clock, test and tune's over, bracket racing started, it better be going, because it's not just your event. You got to think about, it's the people that traveled there, and brought their kids, because you don't want them out there all night waiting for their dad to race till 3 a.m.
Right. Yep.
So I made sure that I had specific bullet points that I needed to hit, that I was just like, all right, like, we're going to go in this order. This is how it's going to be done. And if people wanted me to pull strings for them, maybe because they knew me or they were trying to glaze me up, whatever, I'd be like, no, like, sorry, dude. Like, it's just what it is, because when it's your event, everyone wants you to do everything. Like, they want me to be look, man, I'm the face, I'm the organizer, I'm the creator. I can't judge your fucking car. Right. I can't count your time slips. Like, I can't do any of this, I had this huge debacle happen in my Fayetteville Fall Fest. I was judging a car show, and it was said, like, hey, judge based off your vehicle knowledge and all these other things. And like, dude, it was pretty simple. Like, best JDM, best this, best that, like whatever, coolest looking engine bay design, whatever. Bro, I made some fucking boomers mad. Mad. Like they wanted refunds and all this shit. And I was like, look, bro, this is not like, I don't know what y'all think this is, but it's not what y'all think it is.
They didn't appreciate that you didn't pick their 5,992 whatever yellow Corvette from
they're never washed, never been in the sun Corvette that has a tent over it. You know, like, dude.
The old Fred Flintstone special, bro. Like,
yeah, man. Like when the way I organized my business was the same way. How I did my schedule for my business was the same way I did these car meets, man. And it went well. But a lot of people just don't realize the planning that goes into it. Right now, my boy Joel, who is the founder of Phantom Nation, is organizing Summerfest because my business, I am just so busy. I can't dedicate my time towards that, right? So, you know, every day I'm getting messages. Oh, dude, I got this trophy. I got this belt. I got this. I got that. You know, like I got this covered. Even though I'm reading them and not replying, he knows that I know what's going on. And, you know, we've already been planning this for a month and a half. And I've probably got like at least 900 messages in organization for this. 2 meetings, you know, like, dude, real organized car meets, events, like take planning to execute, because if you don't do it right, no one will come back. If you don't brand yourself, like Summerfest, Fayetteville Summerfest will forever be a brand, and it'll be imprinted in this automotive community because of what I did, how I did it with my friends, the attention and attraction it got. It was also the track's first event over 1,000 people in like 10 fucking years. So, and you know, people will take you more serious the better it flows. So same thing in business, man. Like you walk into my shop, you know, if you don't see tenters tenting and PPF guys laying film and wraps getting wrapped, like, are you really going to book an appointment? Like if it's empty, you know, no, you're not. You know, same thing. If you don't see someone turning wrenches at a mechanic shop, if everyone's clean, there's a fucking problem. There's a problem. I don't trust you. I don't trust you to do my 2JZ swap in my GR86. Like I don't trust you, bro.
I'm out.
But that's how I did that, man. How I would build my business and organize my business plan, because business plans are never ending, never changing, or they're always changing and they're always growing. It's the same thing with car meets, man, because you know, people change, cars change. Shit, man, I might have to do a best Tesla award eventually.
God, I mean, please, God, no. Oh, God. I get it, but God, damn. Yeah,
I see what we need to get. We need to get a Skunkworks trophy out there for the best shit box,
bro.
Dude,
I'm going to North Carolina because I got that one on lock.
Bro, I don't know. I've seen some.
I'll push the E46 out there.
I might push my R32. It might start from run. I might push my R32 out there right now. And you know what? I'll just crate up the pieces and just bring it back.
Just have an entire car, like just a shell and the crate motor, the trans, all of it sitting next to it.
I'm gonna go on eBay and buy the hot yellow JDM fucking spare tires and just throw 4 of those on there.
Christ.
Oh baby, man. It's good, man. But hey, man, no, that was great, man. And if you guys are out there, you're trying to get into the organizing a car meet scene, man, like take that shit to heart, man, because that's some ground truth right there from a made man, a man who's made it and he's got success and he's gonna continue to fucking kill it.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, for sure. No, when I get to North Carolina, man, if you got to meet, I'm in there. I ain't doing no burnout.
Oh, come on, man! Look, hey, August 17th.
All right, hey, we might actually that might work out with our little ATL trip, man. So we might have to make a little dip up to old North Carolina, dude. I can get my boxes and go to a car meet. Hopefully my fuel pump doesn't die again, but whatever. That's a story for another time.
It'll
buff out. Just not in Alabama again, please, God, no. Not in Alabama.
Christ.
Yep, exactly. We'll talk about that after the episode. Well, man, shoot. We talked about that. What would you say are some like do's and don'ts? Like, you know, just pretend I'm kind of like first time going to a car meet, I don't know what to do. Like, what are like some kind of like pro tips, do's and don'ts for me to show up to my first car meet and not be that guy that's gonna make it on the gram, you know, doing God knows what.
Doing donuts in the middle of the parking lot and
That's a
Man,
don't.
you know,
that's a don't.
dude, I'm glad you asked this because I remember my first car meet I went to, bro. Imagine this, 16, 17-year-old me, got my little high school side piece in there with me.
All right, let's go.
You know, I roll up in the V6 Mustang. You
Let's
know what I
go.
mean? Fucking straight pipe, red with black stripes. And, you know, man, thinking that I'm the shit with my dual exhaust. This is when Neons and Focus STs were hot still, by the way.
Dear Lord.
And, dude, what and Mazda Speed 3s. So,
oh, God, dark times.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm in a parking garage. I give a little, put it in neutral, give it a little rev. It's not even a fucking stick, it's an auto, you know.
Hell yeah.
And,
Hell yeah, man.
But I don't even, the first mistake I made, I didn't back in.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I didn't know. I was like, why's everyone backed in? So I was fucking pulled in, you know? But I was like, oh, shit. Man, if you're going to be going to your first car meet, do's and don'ts, whether you have a cool car or not, look, first of all, don't be a fucking asshole, right? Don't do donuts, don't speed through the parking lot. People are walking around. People got their kids, pets, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, don't be beefing with anybody. And if you got beef with somebody, just be the bigger person and let it go. You know, if you show up there, just be cool, man. The biggest do is just show up, be friendly, be approachable, you know, just be willing to talk about your build, but give everyone else the opportunity, you know, to talk about theirs. Because
that part.
Sometimes if you speak less and listen more, you will have great success because you will make friends and learn a lot. And, you know, man, just show up and be yourself. And if you don't have any build, go talk to people, man. Cause you know, you got those guys that show up and they have their bags, whatever, and they put a chair next to it and they just wait for people to come talk to them. Like, hey, like, you know, and then when you try to talk to them, they're like, yep, I got, you know, 3-piece airbag suspension and a cold air intake. I have the nicest car ever. And you're like, okay, that's cool. So what do you do? And they don't say anything else to you. I'm just like, all right, whatever.
I do this.
Yeah, it's a little weird, man. It's a little weird, you know, but you just, man, if you're going to go to your first car meet, just be cool, man. No matter what you got, just show up, show out, be proud of what you have to do. Like, because as soon as you open your mouth and you say, oh, I'm 17 with my Honda Civic with 3 extra spoon engines, you know, someone is going to be near you and be like, oh, man, you know, I remember that 20 years ago. I have this cool-ass Porsche 911 now, but my first car was a D-Series Honda, you know? So, like, that's going to open the door for so many great conversations to happen. So, just be cool, man. Be cool.
I love that, man.
Oh, wait, real quick.
Here we go.
Story.
Yeah, here we go.
Bro, we had a car meet, bro. And this dude shows up. I'll never forget. His last name was Poe. I'll never forget this shit. He was on staff duty, bro.
Oh.
He shows up to the fucking meet.
Oh.
His first sergeant there, bro.
Oh.
Dog, what I tell you, he's standing there, hands in his pockets, no beret on. Like, that, like, dude, he's out there cold, bro. Fucking looking like dog shit. I was like, I'll never forget. And I see him look, because I knew him, and he was like, oh shit. I was like, what? And I just see his first sergeant standing there like this.
God, you hate that.
And he just walks up to him. He goes, my office, Monday. He's like, I'll see you there. And bro, that motherfucker left so quick, went back. Bro. Yeah, hey, if you're going to go to a car meet, don't show up while you're on staff duty or CQ. Please, God, don't do that shit. That is your ass.
Don't do it.
At least change in the car.
Change. Do better.
Bro.
Get a disguise.
Don't take my advice. I'm about to retire, so I'm not in the business.
Definitely don't take my advice. I'm just a degenerate. But I would tell you go get a fake mustache and get some fucking pit vipers. But that's just
kind of. Oddly enough, there's a first sergeant in my unit now. I finally ran into him. He got back off of deployment. I went back to the operational force, and I think we were at a jump manifest, getting doing all the stupid stuff you got to do to go fall out of a plane because somehow that takes practice.
I mean, Yeah.
But he walks up to me and he's like, hey, what's up, man? Like, how you doing? Like, I'm just kind of like pretending like I know who it is or I remember this person, like trying to run through the faces in my head, like where do I know this guy from? Who do I know him from? Where do I know him? And like, mind you, I had been an instructor for 4 years before that. So like I'm thinking I saw him on a range somewhere, and that's where he remembers me from, because that's what was the case 90% of the time.
Yeah.
And he immediately asked me about the 2J. I was like, wait, that's not a range thing. Turns out I've been like commenting and going back and forth and talking with this guy on Instagram for years. Because
Cool.
he was in a car, like I was in the cars too, and he's a big rotary guy. So like, oh, and then he hands me his like a patch, and it's his brand, and I was like, oh, like this is the guy.
Is it Jose?
No, it's not Jose, but I know who you're. I know. Jose
Yeah.
Now this one, it's Rich. It's at Garanda's Garage. We're gonna try to get him on as well.
Oh, that'd be so
all right,
cool.
Rich, if you out here, bro, come on down, dude.
But it's really like to meet him, like to have those relationships start in like the car world first, and then transition over to the professional world.
Story, man.
It was kind of wild.
That's so cool, dude.
That's
so cool.
Story, man.
You know, that's so awesome, bro. Cars, man, what a lot of people don't realize is like the people you meet, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the cool thing about my business, you know, doing, you know, obviously the protection side of our industry with PPF, ceramic coatings and stuff like that, man, and been in business for so long. And like, I get people that bring me their cars from all over the country. I've met some serious bigwigs out in the world, man, with high net worths, and they are just some of the coolest car people because obviously they have the money to do whatever the fuck they want. Yep. But dude, like, I'm telling you, man, like they have the best stories and they're the coolest people, man. Like, and you never know in the automotive scene, especially who you're gonna run into, because it's not like, bro, you're just chilling. You don't know these people. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what they do, how they do it, whatever. And man, once you really open that door, bro, I've met some fucking heavy hitters, dude. I was able to do, there's a guy in town who inherited it, but it was the one of two, the black Acura NSX from Fast and Furious. I think it was Fast 4. I ceramic coated that car, dude. It was in my shop. It still has a universal.
Is he a military guy?
Yeah, dude. I think he's a like fucking.
He works with me.
Is that guy? Yeah.
I've been wondering whose car that is because he's in the parking lot right next to like my office door.
Oh shit!
All the time. Okay. Like, who is that? Like, I know most of the people that I work with that have like nice cars, but I could not figure out who that was. That's wild.
That's fucking crazy.
I didn't know it was one of the fast cars,
dude. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, man. That's
man.
It. Goes out to you young bucks, man. Just be fucking cool at the car meet, bro. You just never know. You never fucking know. You might see Kanye West out there in his fucking pyramid Cybertruck.
Yeah,
no, Jesus.
The Myrtle Beach Drift Series, like the first event they had once they moved up to Rockingham, I went out there just like, I'll be honest, I didn't have a running car. I think I was still on crutches at the time too, from when I broke my leg and stuff. And I was seeing if I could like sympathy story, sob story my way into a ride along. So I'm out there on crutches with my helmet, and I see this like really nice C7 Corvette out there going around. Like, you can tell this person's got like a crew with him working on the car. And so just some random guy's like, hey, do you know who that is? And I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, he's a NASCAR driver.
Oh shit.
So I know my mother-in-law is big into NASCAR. So I snapped one of those like really weird where I think I'm being candid about it, but it's one of those blatantly obviously hold the phone up to his face, taking a picture. I text my mother-in-law, hey, like, do you know who this is? And she's like, oh my God, that's Alex Bowman. Like, oh, you got to see if you can get a picture with him, get something, like ask him for something. I'm like, I'm not doing all of that, but like I'll ask for a picture in between like his runs or something and see if he's got time. There's one thing I would have never known. Like, there's a NASCAR driver right there, like a pretty major. Like he's like in a major series of NASCAR. It's not like the Busch League Cup.
Yeah.
Garrett Mitchell. I ran into Garrett Mitchell up at ZMAX.
Oh shit.
Yeah. My wife's like, hey, isn't that the guy from the YouTube thing? I was like, where? I'm like, sure shit. That dude's tall. That's a big dude.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh yeah, dude. Some of those YouTubers, man, they're cool. Some are not. Some are some big fucking posers, bro. I got my beef with one of them.
Woo! Oh, go
Like,
ahead.
we name names because it's no secret.
God,
Oh,
Dave, look,
look,
speak your
look,
truth,
look,
baby.
look, bro. Here's
Unless
the
it's
deal.
gonna mess with the business. I don't want to put you out there like that.
Nah.
I won't. So you guys know who It's Just a Six is?
No, I do not.
Dude, so he's a V8 guy. I think he's got 1 million subs on YouTube. So
Mhm.
It's Just a Six. He's got twin turbo GT350, twin turbo 5.0, makes very, very fast cars, bro.
Mhm.
Well, back in the day, they used to do this thing called YouTuber Call Out, and they did it at ZMAX, or not ZMAX, Benson. What's the track called, man? Fucking Galat Motorsports Park.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the first one. I actually won like best engine bay because that's custom sprayed engine bay, whatever. I meet all the YouTubers, Street Speed 717, Guitar Mageddon Z01,
Oh,
It's Just
wow.
a Six, bunch of American muscle guys, right?
Nice.
So they do another one. Now this is Just a Six guy. His name's Gavin. He's fucking huge, bro. Like he's massive, dude. And dude, the fame got to him, like
Wow.
he shows up for his fans, whatever. Bro, I built my Mustang was an all motor car.
Mhm.
It was no nitrous, nothing.
Yeah.
No cams, bro. It was bolt-on Z85 and really solid suspension and tuning. And it was running like 1070s in the quarter mile, 670s in the eighth. It was getting down.
Yeah.
So I talked a little shit to him because we're friends on Facebook, because he had built this nitrous single cab Silverado. So, and I'm like, you know what? This is my chance to fucking take on one of these guys, like one of these YouTube guys, right?
Yeah.
So I
Mhm.
comment,
Sure.
I'm like, hey, I was like, it'd be a shame if you got gapped by an all motor Mustang. And he's like,
Let's
well,
go.
let's lock it in on the YouTuber call out. I was like, bet. So my boy Chris LeBou is there, man, recording. He's got a little YouTube channel, whatever. And there he is, Just a Six. We chop it up, dap up, whatever. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Good to see you again. All good. So he stops recording. He goes, so this thing's really all motor? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, do you mind if I check it? And I was like, what? So you don't fucking believe me? And it's grudge racing. So I'm like, all right, I don't have to show him, but I was like, all right. And Chris is still recording. I was like, all right, bro, him and his boys checked my whole car over with nitrous. For nitrous. I was like, all right,
Oh.
now I really gotta fucking beat
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
right?
not
So-
yeah. On
And
it's on
he's-
principle at this point.
Oh yeah, he's spraying like 150 shot, 200 shot on this truck easily. It's got a canned LS in it, whatever, converter. It should be fast.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Bro, we line it up. I mean, bro, I've been drag racing my whole life.
Mhm.
So I know what I'm doing. It's not like I don't. I fucking, whatever, yellow light hits the green, take off on his ass, destroyed him, demolished him. We go to the end of the ticket box, and he's like, hey, man, he's like, can we run that back? I don't think the nitrous hit. And I'm like, oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, like, hey,
Let's do it.
it's
Yeah.
nitrous. Yeah.
Yeah. Happens.
So what this motherfucker doesn't show in his video, his 2-part series, back in May of 2019, to be specific, he doesn't show, bro. We line up. He red lights on me just to get out in front of me.
Bro,
He red lit. He lost automatically just so he could get out in front of me. Now, of course, my car fucking comes back, destroys him again.
Yep.
Dude, his girlfriend in the video, like that I have, she goes, oh, like she's so upset that he lost because this big fucking YouTuber who showed up, I embarrassed him in front of all these people, all his little fans.
Yeah.
We get out the car, I see him, like I'm gonna go dap him up.
Yeah.
He walks to his race trailer, and literally he wasn't talking to none of his fans, bro. They were just signing the inside of this trailer, whatever.
Bro.
And yeah, dude, I go up. It takes me 4 times. I was like, hey, Gavin, good race. I was like, hey, bro, good race, to get his attention. He was being like purposely ignoring me.
Bro, this
And bro, that was crazy to me because I was like, dog, like I bought your merch, like so the people, like we all supported you, and this is how you're gonna act when you lose.
yeah.
Motherfucker, you already got way faster shit than everybody here. You got more money than everybody here.
Yeah.
Like the least you could do is just take the L on your chin.
Yeah, you take the L.
It's a race at the end of the day.
It's a race. It ain't
bro.
like fucking death, bro. Like,
And I think he was more embarrassed by the fact that he really did lose to like an all motor car, like a cheap build compared to his whatever.
it's bad.
And that's my bro. I've met a lot of these YouTubers. 90% of them cool. 10% of them, they're on my shit list. Like they're just not good people, dog. Like they're just because they have everything. So it's like, they don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah. Nah, man. Hey, man. It's just a 6. If you out there, bro, just tell the people the truth, dog. Like, take that L, bro.
I got on a video.
We
I
got
got
footage,
video.
dog. We can leak it.
I got
So
receipts.
come
Got
at
receipts.
us. Come at us.
You know, he was cool. He was cool. I messaged him, you know, later on, and he dialed it back some. But I was like, "Hey, bro," I was like, "It's just racing, bro. We cool."
Yeah,
You know?
it's
racing.
You can't win them all, baby. If somebody won them all, then
everyone loses. So,
everybody-
Bro, I've had my ass beat plenty of times. Like,
same here, bro. Same here. There's this one guy that's in my dad's neighborhood. I don't know what he is. He just got my number, dog. Every time I catch him at a red light or some shit, bro,
he just got to, bro.
He just got. I don't know what it is, bro. Like shit, he just jammed my fucking motor functions or some shit. But I'm gonna find that motherfucker one day, and I will defeat you, bro. We'll fucking hunt you down.
Oh my god!
But I have a good running car.
So aside from your summer fest, your fall fest, like your meets which have been obviously wildly successful now and continue to grow, what are some other I guess reoccurring meets that you think, in your opinion, are doing it right?
So can't ever go wrong with the cars and coffee. They're always hitting it on the head. You know, pretty easy. Very simple, very calm.
And they're close to the house. I like it.
Close. There you go.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, man, I gotta give it to my boy Joel, man, because I pretty much talked to him. His club that he has called Phantom Nation. He, you know, really just took the reins, and you know, I pretty much just told him like, hey, man, like, go for it, you know. And he organizes everything so well. Like, I'm literally in this group chat with him and all these other guys, and I'm seeing the screen notifications come up, and he's just really crushing it, dude. He's just crushing it, and you know, he's doing it right. You know, a lot of these other guys, man, they have the potential to do it right, but they just need to mature a little bit, get a little bit of experience under their belt, and you know, that's really about it.
Yeah, that's one thing I think gets overlooked. I don't like any walk of life or any area that you're trying to establish yourself in is people underestimate the value of going through the process.
Yeah,
and it surely doesn't help a lot of people when they see you at such a young age being so successful, but they don't see the actual that you were 4, 5, 6 years old and being immersed in the community and growing up that way.
Yeah,
that's one thing. Like I've got a saying that I used to use as an instructor, and it kind of translates to everywhere, not just like firearms for me. It's everybody wants to learn the tricks of the trade, but nobody wants to learn the trade itself.
Right.
I agree. If you're out there and you're, no matter what you're trying to do, but in this case specifically, if you're trying to have a successful meet, and you're like, don't be afraid and don't underestimate that, overlook the fact that it takes time to really figure out what you're doing. Like, you're not going to know right away how to do it right. And don't be afraid to lean on people who've been doing it before you.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Like, yeah, if you got a doubt or a question, man, fucking hit people up, man. People aren't going to tell you to fuck off, like, you know, especially if they're worth anything in their life. But you know, they'll help you, man. Like, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, we're here to help. You know.
I think I got one last question for you from me, Ty.
What's up? That's me. Shit, I don't know nothing.
Is the car scene salvageable in your opinion? Like, is this just a rough patch, or are we done for?
Dude, you know what? I think it's definitely salvageable. I think the work involved to do so is going to have to come from a place of like true love for the community, which I still have, but bro, it got so exhausting doing these meets and then getting shut down and people being shitty. You know, it's very discouraging.
Yeah,
I think it can be done. I think the setting and where it needs to happen has to be safe, secure, and professional at all times, because it's going to limit the amount of BS that happens. Yeah, and it's going to make everything run smoother. I think car culture in general is in a really rough spot right now. And it's going to take
really some of the older guys, like ourselves, to make that shit happen. Because, dude, like, yeah, I can't do as many events as I want to or go out to as many things as I want to anymore, but I still fucking love cars, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I still love cars, watching car videos, whatever, building fucking Lego cars.
Yep.
And it can definitely be done. It's just gonna take some work, dude. It's gonna take some work.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take these other guys that are in the scene kind of just like maturing a little bit. And I'm hoping leading by example will show them like, hey, like maybe I should stop being a dickhead, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree. It needs to be some kind of like renaissance, and eventually, like, I think the degenerates at the car meets will mature, right? And they'll kind of figure it out. I mean, we all have, like, I'm pretty sure I can speak for all y'all and say, like, when we were fucking like 16, 17, 18, just learning how to drive, we were doing some fucking hood rat shit that just let's not talk about it. But yeah, it's gonna take time. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna take to like kind of get it to that level. I'm just fearful of the Tessies invading and that EV charger that's gonna fucking
embrace the change, Chad.
The EV charger.
It's coming, bro. Whether you like it or not.
Yeah, it's coming. I'm gonna have to go like meditate on that one.
They've already got Formula E racing now.
Yeah. They got Formula E racing, but it's coming, man. But I just need them motherfuckers to stop being dicks, bro. Like, that's the main thing. Like, if they weren't fucking like just pieces of shit personality wise, like, I'd be all right with it. But like, dude pulled up on me today, bro, and like at the red light, he's like, "Oh, hey, yeah, that's a cute car." I'm like, "Okay, cool, man." So what you running under there? I'm like, "A car?" Like, he's like, "Oh, I'll tear you up off the line." I'm like, "Yeah, you're in a fucking EV, bro. Like, where's your nutsack?" But whatever, it's fine. Like,
he's not salty though. Chad's not salty at all about this.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I didn't even waste my gas on that one, bro. I just went home. Yeah. But hell yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's fucking wrap it up, because our fucking podcast fucking guru who never shows up to a podcast will tell us we ran long again. But nah, man, we had good stuff, man. Thanks again, Todd, man, for coming out, bro. Like, honestly,
absolutely,
man,
bro.
Fucking killed it, bro. Like, you're welcome back anytime, dude. Good information, good fucking stories, just fucking.
And one more time for the people out there, we kind of got a mixed up start. I just want to make sure you get another chance, like, plug royalty. Let the people know who you are.
Yeah, man,
absolutely.
What they can expect from you, man, because you put the work in and deserve all the recognition for it.
Yeah, I will chastise my kids later on your behalf.
Oh yeah. Well, look, man, Royalty Auto Spa, based in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I've been in business 5 years this year. We do ceramic coatings, paint protection film, window tint, vinyl wraps, detailing. Pretty much your one-stop shop, and we take pride in what we do. And based off the reviews, myself, my staff, our client basis, I think everything speaks for itself, because you're always going to get the royalty treatment when you take your car to the spa.
Let's go.
There we go.
Once again, everybody, royalty, get out there. Y'all in North Carolina, hit my boy up. I might have to, whenever I get that fucking R32 fucking resurrected, coming to North Carolina.
Bring it on, baby. Bring it on.
We're coming. That thing, it's going to be stewing a lot once it's back running, but whatever.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, Sancho, you want to fucking get your housekeeping done, bro, so we can bring it on home?
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode. Thank you to Ty for joining us, man. We really appreciate having you on here, hearing your story, hearing behind the scenes. Chad, thanks for being a wonderful host, as always.
I'm a terrible host.
Absolutely. But, guys, make sure you check out the website, www.skunkworksprojects.com. That is skunkworks with an E and not an O. You help us pay these bills, because we cannot afford to just keep putting money into these projects on our current salaries. Buy some merch. We do sell actual performance parts now. Suspension, fuel. Just check us out. Let us know. We're trying to get some turbo sponsors on there, because you guys know that I love Boost probably more than anyone. Um,
I'm right behind you.
right there with us.
I'm right there with
So
you.
yeah, please check us out, and of course, check out Royalty Auto Spa.
Yes, sir.
Same name on all
Ty,
socials.
throw
for you,
throw
Ty?
your socials out
Yeah.
there, dude.
Yeah, my personal to follow all my stuff is at Trippy Ty on Instagram. So TRIPPYTY. And then royalty _ auto spa on Instagram, and then royalty auto spa NC on Facebook and other platforms.
Let's go. Hell
There
yeah.
you go, guys.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you check him out. I can personally attest to his work, seeing the cars that go around here, and just if you're going to be in the North Carolina or even the East Coast area, just on was it August 17th? You said
August 17th, Fayetteville Summerfest.
There we
make
go.
sure you come out to Summerfest. We will have a rep out there come hella high water if we have
Somebody's
to
gonna be
blackmail
out
Chad
there.
into bringing a car out.
I'm gonna be out there in fucking short shorts and whatever. That's it. Just short
Hell
shorts.
yeah.
Fucking hoochie daddy. Let's go. My wife will kill me, but whatever. It's fine. God damn. Well, hell yeah, man. Y'all know me. Y'all know what it is. At Chadzilla _84. Yeah, Project Panda still TBD, boys. We're waiting on old those Nazi Germans to let me know what my fate is for that. Yeah, well, project's on hold until we figure out this fucking situation, bro. We're in a sitch. So Miltech, stand by, gang. We might have some progress for you real soon. But yeah, man, y'all hit us up again. The website, www.skunkworks with an E, not a U, or whatever. I always get this fucking
mess
wrong.
that up every time.
Every time.
Every time, man.
I can't spell or read. I'm sorry.
We'll throw it up on the,
we'll throw
on
it
the
up
video
on
for
the-
this.
Yeah, we'll throw it on the video because I am terrible. But yeah, man, go like, comment, subscribe to the podcast, man. We're gonna come out with more episodes. We're trying to get a little more active with the episodes instead of once a month. We might do twice a month. We might have a Jeep spinoff episode. D, once he gets nice and settled, so we'll have a new addition to the cast. One day we'll bribe Henry to get on here. And yeah, man, just keep looking for more content. Yeah, I'm gonna start pushing out some stuff here in the next couple weeks. Finally got all these camera buttons figured out, so we'll get some stuff up on the YouTube channel. Again, look for the podcast video on the YouTube channel. Podcast is on all major outlets. Hit the website, buy some merch. Big old Pistons merch is coming. Jump that Jeep. We're still, Corey, if you're out there, just jump that Jeep, bro. We gonna get you to jump that Jeep.
You're gonna scumbag you into jumping that Jeep, man. It's happening.
It's happening. we might jump it at Summerfest. Fuck it. We'll get tired to get a ramp out there. We're gonna jump.
Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
But yeah, man, Royal Auto Spa, y'all go out there. Hit my man Ty up for real. Thank you again, man. Great
Absolutely.
job today.
Thank you for
man.
having me. Thank you.
Anytime, man. You're welcome back anytime. And y'all got any alibis before I close it out?
No, I think I've talked enough this time.
Yeah, good to go. All right, man. Well, hey, gang. Thanks for listening. If y'all made it this far, keep it coming. Y'all have a good one.